Hi, why is MBA waitlist movement so unpredictable? People get the waitlist number, but it doesn't move for some time, or it suddenly moves. So very unpredictable in nature. It could be possible that last year waitlist movement and this year waitlist movement, there could be a lot of difference. So let's look at the reason. So we do run classes for MBA Entrance Exam, been doing that for more than 22 years. So if you're still waitlisted after weeks of hoping, you're not alone. Okay. Let's break down the MBA, why MBA lists feel like suspense thriller and why no one can truly predict what will happen. I've had known this. There were cases where last year one of my students was waitlisted 2 in a particular college and expected to clear. Obviously, there were 2 waitlists like very close and would be expected to clear anyhow. But the waitlist movement didn't move at all, and assumption is that they're much higher buffer calls, and because they're buffer calls, and that's the first reason that happens. Buffer calls. Because what happens is, suppose you have 100 seats in a college, but normally what college expects there will be 20 cancellations. So in order to show less number of waitlist movement, they show that they give offers to 120 offers. And moment you give 120 offers, if 20 people don't join, okay, then there is no problem at all. But if more number cancel, then the waitlist will move higher. If less people will cancel, then what happened in MDI would now. If you look at it in MDI, they had given a lot of offers to the students, and they realized the number of offers they provided was much more than the number of seats. This was happened a couple of years back. And now because of that, what happened is they couldn't accommodate everyone because they had a limit in terms of how many people they had. So to some of these students, they made a deferred admission, saying that you can take the admission next year. And that's what they did. So that is possible. People do wrong calculations in buffer movement, the extra calls that they give, and because of which predicting the exact movement becomes a little difficult. So the colleges that give buffer calls, very difficult to predict how much the waitlist will move because we don't know how many buffer calls they're given. Okay. Second is lack of transparency. Some colleges just give waitlist but they don't give the number. Okay, and because of which there's little no transparency as such. So you don't know when the waitlist number will move, when it will go about it. So we have to just guess regarding what is happening. So the second is because of college reason, they're not very open with regards to how the waitlist movement take place and not giving a number, and that's a problem. Third is there's a change in number of seats in colleges. Suppose suddenly the number of seats in the college increases. What will happen? There's a chance that the higher number of students will cancel because suppose I say double the number of seats. So there's a double cancellation that is possible proportionately. And because of it, there could be higher waitlist movement. For example, a few years back, SPGN came up with a new BM program, and then it increased the certain seats. The moment it increased the seats, so automatically the waitlist movement was much higher than what it was before. So that's all. Also, you have to look at other factors as well when you're looking at college. Another thing is last minute cancellations. What happens is students take time to decide. They get multiple calls, but they're not sure where will they take admission. So they wait for the last minute because the cancellation charges are minimum before the college starts. Okay, so they've not decided I want to join this college or that college, and that's the reason they don't cancel the seats, and last minute before the college starts they cancel. So normally we see that just before the college starts there's normally some waitlist movement. I remember one of my students who had converted one order to B or C and was about to take admission, then got a call from the other college saying that you are converted out here, went to the other college and cancelled the first seat. The last minute decisions. So don't be surprised that you are just giving up hope and suddenly you get a call saying that the waitlist, you are selected if you want to come and take admission. That happens. So last minute cancellation does happen. People move because one seat is cancelled. People from one college will move to second college, then that seat becomes vacant. Then there's a ripple effect. Keep on happening, and a lot of people will just move one up the other. Also, uncertain conversion rate. We don't know how many people, because people get multiple calls, and waitlist movement happen because people take the best colleges and they lose out on the other. They leave other calls as such. But what the average number of calls people have converted, all that factor will play into focus when you talk about waitlist movement. So there's a ripple effect. So when you move, suppose you've got 3 seats admission, you take admission in 1, there are 2 vacant seats. So people from some other college will then move into this college, and that's a ripple effect that happens. So be very clear with regards to this. So all these reasons are there for movement of waitlist. So you need to be aware about waitlist. Don't be too hopeful. It's very unpredictable. Okay, but keep following up with the college and asking them when the waitlist movement will happen. Possibly you could get rewarded. Right? Thank you and all the best.